everyone, I'm Lauren for Lovely's Instinct, and today I'm coming to you with a series that I'm starting about how to start your own business. And so in this first series, we're going to talk about how to start your own wholesale business. When I say wholesale, wholesale means that, say if you like journaling and you want to sell journals, then wholesaling journals means that you can buy them as a distributor from somebody who actually makes them, and then you resell them, or you can sell them in large lots to somebody else who will sell them as individual pieces. So before you start any type of business, whether it's wholesale or as a distributor, well, distributor and wholesale, same thing. Wholesale distributor, or if you just want to make your own crafts and sell them or what have you, you want to make sure that you settle on the type of business that it is. So with wholesale, there's different types. You could do like school supplies, you can do like health and beauty, you can do like, I don't want to say food, but I guess if you baked your own goods, you could wholesale, but no, let's not even use that example. But anything else you could think of, then you want to decide, again, if it wants to be wholesale or if you just want to sell your own crafts or if you want to just resell individual pieces. So think about which avenue you want to take. Next, you want to think of your business name. And business name is very important. When I came up with Lovely's Instinct, I was just trying to think of something that differentiated me from everybody else that was out there. And at that time on YouTube, nobody used their real name. So Lovely was something that I used on Facebook. That was something my friends would call me sometimes, or even family. So I was like Lovely's, and then Instinct. Long story about my instinct on knowing new products or some crap like that. I don't know. But that's how Lovely's Instinct came about. But I wanted something short that maybe somebody could tie to who I am in real life with just a little bit of extra. So that's how Lovely's Instinct came about. So when it comes to your business name, you actually want to come up with something that not necessarily is like trendy, or like you don't want something like Chocolate Bunny 99, or unless you're selling like chocolate candy, I guess it could go for that. But you want something that relates to who you are, but as the company as well. And something that you wouldn't be ashamed to tell someone, like if you go to like church or someone at your full-time job, if this is a side hustle for you, you know, something that's also memorable, short and sweet, that people can really just remember who you are and what it is that you do. So it does take some time to think about that. So you might want to think about the overall idea of what business you want, and then you could go back to a business name, and that will probably help you better. Okay, so then after you come up with what type of business that you want to do, kind of get an idea of what kind of business name you want to next look into getting your business license. And this is very important when you sell goods online or if you're selling them in person, and especially if you're going to be a wholesaler or a distributor, like you buy stuff in large lots and then you resell these large lots to other people. Like, you have to have your licenses in order to do that, because people will not let you buy their stuff without proving that you're an actual business and that you have a license. So you have to go, like for in my area, I could go down to the courthouse and I have to fill out a form and I have to pay a fee. Depending on where you live, you might be able to do it online if your state is that advanced. I'm not sure. But you want to check into getting a business license, and you can research online with your state whether you want to be a LLC or a sole proprietorship or a corporation. I think I'm missing one. No, LLC, sole proprietorship, or corporation. And usually a corporation, individuals usually don't go that route. So for the LLC, I decided to do LLC so that the income that I received from my business was totally separate from the income that I got from my full-time job, and totally separate from my spouse, my household. Like, that's a whole nother thing that I would have to pay taxes on, and I could claim gains and losses on, blah, blah, blah. Totally separate from Lauren. Here's Lauren, here's Lovely's Instinct. So you need to think about that. But sometimes it's good to have a sole proprietorship, given if you're not employed full-time, or if you want that income to be somehow tied into your overall household income. But it just depends on what your needs are or what you're looking to gain. So you want to consider things like that. So after you get the license squared away, you want to research your wholesalers. And when I say research wholesalers, you want to think about whatever type of business it is. So for me, I did beauty products. So I started researching companies that sold beauty products. And then I dug a little further and tried to find out where did they get their supplies from. And then from there, I started to, I found out where they got their products from. And then I started to inquire about how much would it cost to be a wholesale buyer or distributor of your products. And then I compiled all these lists of the costs of how I want to start up this online beauty supply. So after you compile your list, you also want to think about whether or not you want to have a drop ship system. And drop ship means that you never house your inventory. Like Amazon has a program where you could take all of the stuff that you have for resale, send it to them, and when somebody orders from you, they'll ship it for you. So you don't have to worry about packaging, you don't have to worry about putting it in the mail. They'll handle all of that. Of course, it's not for free. It's going to be a fee associated with that. But for me, I housed all of my inventory. And before kids, I had a whole extra, well, I still have an extra bedroom for my office and stuff that I now have to share sometimes. But I housed all of my inventory. So when someone placed the order, I would have to package it up and then go to the post office or try to schedule the post office to come to me and pick it up. And then that's how they would get their stuff. But with Amazon, the really good thing is you don't have to worry about any of that. You just do your website, you mark up your prices, you put your descriptions in, all of that stuff on how people can find you and buy it, and then they handle that. They're not the only people that do that. It's several companies that you could look up who will say they offer drop shipping for you. And also, when it comes to like inventory, you want to think about products. Some people resell furniture. Some people resell like ski supplies, large items that probably aren't very good to house in their current household because you probably don't have the space unless you have a garage that you could have all these big boxes to store that stuff in. So those are the things that I want you to think about for right now. And then in the next part of this video series, if I get any more questions beforehand, I'll answer those. And then we'll dig a little deeper into how to really get that business going after you've came up with the type of business, the business name, your license, and you've decided whether or not you're going to drop ship, house the inventory yourself. So I'll see you next time. Bye.